Volkswagen GTI Roadster VGT concept car in VR. Hello there everybody and welcome to Opafet Gaming. I am the Opafet. Today we're driving a Volkswagen GTI Roadster in the Schwarzwald League on the Nürburgring Nordschleife. We're doing one lap. We started 16th of 16 cars and we started with a rolling start. Now, the Nürburgring has never been really one of my favorite tracks, and I still don't really care for it all that much, although I push myself to drive it because I want to get better at it. I don't like these little back and forth, but I'm getting better. I finally figured out that when you're in these little back and forth areas where there's hardly any room to pass, you gotta wait until there's a little bit of room to put your nose in the hole. And I'll explain as we go along. If you can get your nose in there and you got a car like this VGT Volkswagen, this concept car, you got really good uptake, really good throttle, so when you step on it, this thing moves. So when you're stuck behind these guys like this and you can't get by them, you gotta get your nose in beside them first. Once you get your nose in beside them, you got it made. Then you can push the rest of the car through because you can out throttle them and just race by them. But the first thing is to get your nose in there, just like this. And once you do that, you can power around the outside of them or cut back in on the inside or whichever. Anyhow, we started out with it a little bit cloudy, and I was a little suspicious of this race because I've driven this ring before where the weather can changes quite a bit and quite quickly. So I'm hoping that if it rains, it doesn't rain too hard, because I did put the intermediate wets on. Now I can run the whole race on those tires, they won't wear out, and they'll give me enough traction that I still got lots of speed to get by these guys. So I'm not too worried about that. But I'm sitting in a convertible and I'd like to stay a little bit semi-dry. But I think we do end up with a little bit of sunshine near the end of the race, so stick around. Now as you're ripping through these corners here, like I said, sometimes they like to block you out the way that they're doing. And I like to try and get near the front of the pack or at the front before we get three-quarters way through this lap. Now reason being is that the end part of the lap has got a couple of straight sections. See, look at this here again. Get your nose in there and you can get through. Those straight sections at the end of the lap, if your car is not one of the fastest, you could be overtaken by a car that's a little bit quicker if he's behind you. And as you can see, the rearview mirrors, oh, here comes the rain. The rearview mirrors are a little bit small, a little bit hard to see. So best thing to do is get ahead of these guys, get a little bit of a buffer zone between you and the very first car behind you, and let's see if you can outrace them in the last straight section. That's the plan, that's the strategy. In the meantime, we just gotta stick behind the car in front of you, look for an opportunity to get by him, and then race up to the next one and see if you can do the same thing. Now at high speeds, as we're doing, it's a little difficult because as you can see, he keeps changing from side to side. Now we could have jumped back to the left and tried to go around him, but it's really hard when you're going this fast. So I usually just wait. If he's going that quick, he's catching up to the car in front of him anyhow. So I just wait and see. There we had an opportunity to power around the outside of him. And you just take it. Looks like the rain is starting to slow down a little bit. Now, it will make a difference to your driving if you don't have intermediates or wets on. If you have regular racing tires, soft, mediums, or hard, you will start to slip and you will lose traction when it rains. Even if the rain stops, the track is still wet and it will affect your tires. So don't forget that part. Now this guy here, ooh, he hit that little bumper curb there and he took himself right out of the race for us. Good for us, bad for him. His race, I'm sure, is done because I don't think he's going to catch up to me or anybody in front of him anymore. It looks like the weather is starting to clear up a little bit. The clouds are starting to move away. We're getting a little bit of sunshine. Ooh, see, there again, classic example. Get the nose in there, and you can get the rest of the car through. But that's all providing you have the throttle to take these guys. You got to have the quick uptake so you can pass them, because if not, then when you get beside them, you're just going to take off them. And it looks like now we've gotten rid of most of our clouds and we're driving in sunshine, which is a good thing, seeing as how we're in a convertible. It's a little bit nicer that way. Now we got 3 guys in front of us here, and as you can see, they're zipping along pretty good. And I do believe that these are the 3 leading cars. Now they're going to be very hard to pass through this area, and this is where I really stress, stick right with him. And like I said, you just have the opportunity to sneak in beside him. He's still beside you on the left there, but he ends up having to drop off because he doesn't have the speed to stay with you. And we're going to do the same thing with these guys. As soon as that black Porsche gives us a little bit of room, we're going to sneak in beside him on the left or right hand side. Right here. There we go, just like that. And now the yellow Porsche makes a mistake of going a little bit wide and not quite fast enough. So the Opafet's going to take the chance, and we're going to get by him too and just keep pushing him. See if we can put them a little bit further in the rearview mirror. Remember what I said, if you can see them in the rearview mirror, they're too close. So you got to make the gap a little bit bigger. Now you can really rip from side to side, use the full width of the track to try and keep your speed up. And keep going until you get to that straight section, which is not too far away. I believe it's about the last quarter of the lap approximately, I'm not sure. But you'll know it when you come around the corner and you see that, I think it's an overhang or overpass. I can't remember exactly, but we're almost upon it, so we're going to take a look and see what that thing is. It always reminds me of that. That's where you can hammer down and go. We're going to see how fast this Vegas Vision Gran Turismo Volkswagen concept car can really go. We're going to find out. I think it's around this corner. Yeah. And right about, I'd say here. Step on it. You see there's an overhang, an overpass. That's just a banner. Just a banner hanging over top of the road. As soon as you can see that, you can let her go. Now, I like to stay on the right-hand side of the road here because the road will curve slightly to the left up ahead here. And you do have to be careful there, because if you're going this fast, we're going 277, 278, we reach. And then you come up to this slight little curve and you're going to go up a hill and you're going to have a few turns, and that'll be the end of the race. Absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed this one. I love driving this car. If you have the opportunity, give it a shot. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed the video and you come back and visit us some more. Until then, you've been driving in a Volkswagen GTI Roadster with me, the Opafet.